Now on KomoNews.com.
Across western Washington, snow flurries. Take a look at that in Snohomish. The snow is falling in the valley and it's sticking in some parts near downtown Snohomish, like in the backyard of this home sent in from a Komo News viewer. And that's Bryce Palmer who sent in this video.
And this just a short time ago in Linwood. You can see some pretty big snowflakes were falling from the sky. Looks really similar to the snowfall we saw this morning in parts of Pierce County. And a live look now at Everett, where snow is still falling. You can see traffic kind of slow there. Let's get right to meteorologist Shannon O'Donnell with the very latest on what we are seeing weather-wise. Shannon, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, you know, it's right on schedule and it's right according to plan. Where most of us are seeing the big fat flakes falling, that's that chunky rain we talk about, not necessarily sticking, especially on the roadways, but you head up in elevation 300, 400, 500 feet, and that covers a lot of real estate around here. And we could see some light accumulations. Camano Island seeing a little bit of light snow on the grass here. This picture sent in by Christy. Beautiful late winter view there over the lawn and back across the street. And you can see the street still looks wet, but the grass starting to look a little bit more on the white side. Doppler radar shows you that this band of precipitation is actually starting to wrap up. Look at how quickly it's moving over the Kitsap Peninsula, where it's starting to dry out. So I would expect the next couple of hours here right into the first half of the evening commute to be a little bit of a wet one with some mixed rain and snow, but then drying out pretty quickly. Olympia, in fact, already starting to dry back out. Tacoma and much of Pierce County going back and forth between rain and snow with the blue, then the green, and so on and so forth. Downtown Seattle and Bellevue, mainly just a cool rain, but you head up north closer to the BC border, and that's where some cold air is spilling across from Canada. That's why at Camano and Whidbey Islands, we're seeing some of that snow sticking. Same goes for the San Juans, parts of the Skagit and Whatcom County shoreline areas there, and then back toward Everett, a mixture of rain and snow as well at the moment. Temperatures riding that fine line between rain and snow, low to mid 30s for most of us, including 36 in Seattle, but just lower 30s around Bellingham. So again, the early March snow, a combination of the cold rain, the wet snow, and the flurries off and on for the next couple of days, really. Could see a stray inch or two. That will be the exception, not the rule, but again, some light accumulations possible, especially once you hit the higher hills. We'll check on the rest of the forecast, see what's in store as we head into this March weekend as well, coming up in just a few more minutes. Right now, nearly a third of Washington state ferries are out of service. The latest boat, the Wenatchee, hit a crab pot line and it's under maintenance. Yeah, and many passengers across the region already feeling those delays out there. Komo's Patrick Quinn has the latest from Coleman Dock.
And the Wenatchee served the Bainbridge to Seattle route here out of Coleman Dock, the busiest of the entire ferry system. It's now missing its workhorse, and it'll be on the shelf through Sunday. We got an up-close look at the repair work today. Crews cleaning the seal on the Wenatchee that keeps oil in and the water out. And Ian Sterling with Washington State Ferry says it was a crab pot line that is to blame. 4 other ferries were docked on Bainbridge Island as part of the required maintenance and safety certification with the U.S. Coast Guard. In all, 7 of the 23, yes, nearly a third of the vessels in the ferry system are not in rotation. So many routes are delayed.
They're always hanging by a thread with only one official backup vessel, and right now it's already in use. If one goes out, then you end up with this shuffle again, and depending on where that's at, it can have a big impact here in the Seattle area or up in Anacortes or Port Townsend or wherever.
And more boats could soon be built to help during times like this. In the governor's biennial budget, $117 million is sought to convert 2 existing boats to hybrid electric and to build 2 brand new boats. And it is a 6-figure cost to dock a boat the size of the Wenatchee. The ferry system is encouraging all riders to check the schedule before you make plans. They hope to have all routes back to normal by next week. In Seattle, Patrick Quinn, Komo News.
And quite a big mess and a huge traffic backup.